Hello, welcome back to my channel. On a 12-inch wooden dowel, we're going to attach all 22 cords using a lark's head knot. Now to make a lark's head knot, you need to find the center of your cord by folding it in half. Then taking the loop end, you want to place it over the top and behind your wooden dowel. Then all you have to do is take your tail ends and thread it through that loop. And I would just like to point out that this is a requested video. If you want to make a request, just leave it in the comments below and I can do a pattern and tutorial on that for you. Oh, and it can be anything. It does not have to be pixel macrame. It could be a plant hanger or some other wall hanging. Just let me know and comment below. Once you have all 22 cords on, it's time to really start our pattern. So taking a look at our pattern here, each square represents a vertical double half hitch knot, and as you can see, the first 2 rows are white. Our first knot will be on the very far left, and we're going to work all the way to the right. Now, I don't give specific measurements for our cord that we're about to use, and that's simply because we're going to be using quite a lot of it. However, what I can tell you is that it really helps to work with long lengths at a time. I work with 120 inches. So we're going to tie our first knot here. Make sure you place your long strand behind your first 2 set of cords on the dowel, and you're going to have a short tail end on your left and your long tail end on the right. With your longer end, make a loop on your right, wrap your cord around and through the loop. And I'm sorry if you see me picking at my wall hanging here. It's because in the last tutorial I used a lot of hot glue, so there's lots of little strands of glue everywhere. Anyways, to complete your first knot, you have to do the same thing again. Make a loop on your right, wrap your tail end around and through the loop, which will now secure your knot. Next, you want to slide it all the way up to the top and then repeat the same process. Be sure that your working cord is placed behind the next set of 2 cords. Make a loop on your right, wrap your cord around and through the loop, and repeat. Also, when you're tying your knots, make sure you're not tying them too taut. You don't want your 2 filler cords to kind of smush together. You want them to lie flat. Okay, so I'm going to carry on and I'm going to work my way working from left all the way to the right. Okay, so now we're going to use the same cord, but this time we're going to work in the opposite direction. To do this, take your working cord and you want to place it behind your next set of cords. But this time you want your loop to be on the left, wrap your tail end around and through the loop. So essentially it's the exact same thing we did for the first row, only in reverse. And I do have to admit, if you're not used to vertical double half hitch patterns, it is a little tricky to master at first. Just remember that your cord and your loop will always be on the same side of the direction that you're going. Okay, so now you can see we started from the very top and zigzagged all the way down right to here, and now we need to switch colors. So here's a tip. I like to mark off where my change of color is going to be by flipping my filler cords over top. That way I don't accidentally get overzealous and continue on with my white knots. Just thought I'd add that in there just in case you're wondering why my cords were flipped over. Alrighty, so grab your black cord, and we're going to attach it exactly the same way we did at the very start of our project. So of course, to do this, you want to place it behind your next set of cord, make a loop on your right, wrap the tail end around and through your loop. And repeat one more time. If you're finding this tutorial helpful at all, please do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps me out. It also lets me know which videos you guys like the most. That way I can make more content just like this. Okay, moving along. If you find you run out of cord, like I did over here with our white, you will need to attach another cord just like we did right at the start of this project and how we attached the black. And if you're wondering what to do with all those short tail ends, we will get to that at the end of the project, but for now, make sure that it's tucked in behind our work. Okay, so now we need to switch back to the white. To do this, grab your previous working cord, and you're going to want to run it underneath where you had tied your black cord. So lift up your filler cord, run it behind, and then place your filler cords back down over top. And make sure your black filler cord is in the back as well. Then just carry on making your vertical double half hitch knots. This is a really easy, beginner-friendly pattern. It only has 2 different colors, so I'm going to go ahead and work my way all the way down to the bottom of our pattern, and I hope you enjoy the satisfying montage. Wow, we made it! Isn't it fantastic? It is so satisfying tying the very last knot. So let's take out these pins and we're going to clean up the mess on the back. So let's flip it over. And yikes! Don't worry if yours is a mess too, we're going to clean this up. Grab any 2 cords that are close together like these ones, and we're going to tie a simple double overhand knot. Now again, this is not the super most professional way to do this. However, it does get the job done fast, and you know what? No one's really looking behind your wall hanging anyways. And you don't need friends who do that. Kick them out. I'm just kidding. However, if you do want to know how to professionally finish off the back of your wall hanging, let me know in the comments below and I can do a tutorial on that for you. Next, flip your work back over again. Lay out all your fringe so that it's super straight. Make sure no cords are overlapping, and then make your final cut. Don't forget to comment below with your requested video, and I will get to that as soon as I can. Also, feel free to take a peek at what others have requested. I'll leave the link to the playlist on the screen now. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!